A century ago, faced with the threat of Germany's First World War Zeppelin bombers, Britain had to train up some pilots pretty quick. And so it fell to the pioneering members of the old Royal Naval Air Service to jump in a plane and learn. But with flight still in its infancy and the early biplanes prone to malfunction, to put it mildly, things didn't always go to plan. Those magnificent men were at first not quite so magnificent, as a newly discovered collection of photos has revealed.
They are extraordinary pictures, sure enough, but it's not quite clear who put them together into the album that went on sale at an auction house in Kent today. Possibly this man, who is believed to be an officer, perhaps an instructor, at the Naval Flying School at Cranwell. They think that because the pictures appear to be a how not to do it manual for the early days of flying. It's true, there are some top tips, as well as the general don't crash. There is the instruction to avoid telegraph wires and trees, and of course it's always an idea to avoid the accommodation block. The pictures are a reminder of just how perilous and frankly terrifying the early days of flight were, particularly for those poor pilots who had to fly these machines into battle.
Well, the aircraft that were used during the First World War were, by today's standards, incredibly basic machines made out of canvas and wood, metal wire, really heavy engines. The initial aircraft that was used for military action, often had weapons that had to be, fired, from the back by the pilot, simultaneous with trying to, actually fly the aircraft.
Of course, almost every aspect of the First World War serves as a reminder of how lucky we are to be alive today. The Navy recruited and trained 500 pilots in 1915. Like their colleagues in the army in the trenches, the survival rate was not good. These are also an intriguing reminder of the early days of flight more generally, nor was it just the magnificent men in their flying machines. They were, all of them, pioneers, and there were plenty who went up into the sky and did not come down again, at least not in one piece. Still, you can't beat this for simple ABC teaching. Get up in the air somehow and keep your eyes peeled.
Extraordinary pictures.